true, the house and the people along the road the house. These are two separate stories, but they both have something that is connected through my blood. When I was younger, my mother explained that one of my great-grandmothers was a Roma or a European gypsy. Yeah, I'm related to Esmeralda. Anyway, when I was a sophomore in high school, my family and I were looking at homes because we were moving. This one home we went to was a nice one-story home in a big open area. The previous owners had died and were eaten by their two Rottweilers. We were walking around the property and it was a nice day. Warm, sunny with a slight breeze, and I was just getting this feeling of something wrong. I do not know how to describe it other than saying that I felt that if we stayed there any longer something bad would happen. By the time I managed to convince my parents to leave and we got into the car, I was all but in tears. My dad was yelling at me to stop crying, and my mom was yelling at my dad to stop yelling. I do not really remember. All I really remember is that I just wanted to get away from there. My sister and best friend at the time were both freaking out as well. I never looked back at the place, and I hope I never come across it again. People along the road. I'm 19 and this year a few months my mom and I were on our way to a Dicker and Deal. I was going to be getting a laptop I had had my eyes on for a while there. Anyway, where Dicker and Deal are placed is in the not so nice part of the town. As we were driving, me and my mom, I noticed this couple. The man seemed really unsteady and was propped against a telephone pole, while the woman seemed to be trying to prop him up and simultaneously yelling for help. I looked at my mom and she looked at me. Do we help them? I remember asking her, when you and I get the same feeling I think we should. Was her response. We pulled over and I went up to them and asked if they needed a ride. They said yes, and I began to clean out the back seat of our car, an old police vehicle. Now I want you to understand that for my senior year of high school, I took a criminal justice course, and during it, I learned a little bit about what drunks and junkies sound like, and the man, while incredibly unsteady, sounded by no means drunk or high. As I was going back to help move them to the car, I heard them laughing, and I once again got that feeling of something incredibly wrong. The woman asked us to move the car around to the street, and I get back in the car to tell my mom. As we're starting to do as they ask, I start shaking like a leaf and crying slightly, because my gypsy is screaming that I need to get the hell out of there, and my body was trembling from fighting the flight instinct. My mom asked me if I want to go through with this, and I admit that I do not. I'm the type who generally wants to help and feels quite bad when I cannot be of more use to help someone. My mom ends up calling the police and has some cops come to see about them, and we leave, but in the wrong direction, so we have to drive back by the end of the street they were on. When I looked out of some morbid curiosity, they were gone. As I said before, neither reeked of or acted like they'd indulged in booze or drugs. And the drive had only been about 10 minutes there in the back for our driving error, so really they should not have been able to move that fast, especially if the man was as physically unstable as he was acting. I do not know what happened to them or where they are now, but sir, ma'am, let's not meet again.
Stop. It ends when I say it ends. Now, be a nice human and scroll down and hit the like button. And if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe now. Thanks for watching.